Razor? Oh, he was banned.
Banned, yeah, it's banned. So Medusa instead. I mean, it doesn't really deal with the lone droid that well though. Like, I'm assuming this Deuce is going to be mid as well, and like there'll come a time when lone droid gets level 5 and Earth Spirit roaming as well. That Medusa is going to be like really scared to show his face in the mid lane. But the one thing that Medusa does have over Viper is obviously it's still a tanky kind of presence as well, but he has a lot of late game, and Troll will suffer particularly against Medusa because obviously when you ulti on the Troll and then you ulti on Medusa, Troll will always get hit by the stone gaze because he can't run away from it. So there is that kind of good counter play for the Medusa, but I think there's definitely ways to exploit it, particularly in the early levels with the Earth Spirit and Lone Droid ganks on it. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a curious pick. It's just not the greatest Medusas you're getting at. And Troll, yes, that is a nice counter to him, but he could build even into a diffusal this game and shred through Medusa that much quicker if he so chooses to do so.
I mean, Medusa has kind of decent deep push though as well. Like obviously you got Chen and Lone Droid and kind of push going on from Thunder Predator, so they wanted some kind of spam, and Medusa can kind of be like that extra kind of almost tower-like presence, sitting behind a tower and spamming out his Mystic Stakes. So yeah, not bad. I think I'm still waiting for that kind of perfect pick for Xolotl to kind of finish off their draft, because right now it looks okay, but I don't know how they're going to finish this off perfectly. I guess they could still run Viper, mind you, and just have Deucer in the safe lane.
You know, here that seems, well, maybe not. I was going to say Phantom Lancer, but if they go Radiance on Lone Druid.
Super greedy as well. Deucer plus PL. No, it's not a bad shout, but I mean, I'm not offering any other heroes.
What about Weaver?
Weaver.
The lockdown's okay. A couple silences.
Yeah, I just think they're kind of lacking. Deucer has the kind of presence, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, they need another kind of frontliner that has summons as well. Like they don't deal too well with summons right now. They have a lot of single target. Troll single target. Lone Droid single target. Chen has no target. Really doesn't do much. Earthsphere has a bit of AoE, but I think Lycan's a good pick here. And they can still send either Medusa or Lycan mid, depending on what they see. But I'm assuming it will be Lone Droid mid. But yeah, decent pick.
5 seconds.
Interesting. It's into a Chen, you know, the interaction can be fun too, where Chen could take his wolves, but Lycan usually builds a helm with a Dominator, and he could take Chen's crews for himself, so it's kind of like a back and forth.
Yeah, for sure. But I kind of like it though, because it's like, again, it kind of follows that they're going to counter the Troll in both of their cores, right? So Medusa's obviously got Stone Gaze if Troll away from Troll if he ultis him, but that brew is looking very nice. Like there's a lot of summons that he can destroy with his ultimate. He can send Medusa up in the air as well, and just from this draft alone, I think Thunder have a severe sort of draft advantage. Great team fight, great lane-ins presence, and they have great push as well. I think Xolotl are gonna be a little bit behind just from the drafting phase, but anything's possible.
Yeah, something I've been kind of theory crafting too, and is the Lycan build of Howl. I feel like that's almost been overlooked because this whole Wolf Summon build has been the build for so long now. But they changed Howl, and Howl is arguably even much better than it used to be. And it would be kind of fun to see in that early laning phase and the benefits of the HP regen, the armor, etc. that you get from it. But something tells me it's going to be the Summon build still.
No, definitely. I think like level 1 especially. Bounty runes, I think at level 1 is definitely value. Like it gives armor, attack speed, and HP regen. And I think like I don't know the exact like values of each one, but I think it's like 3 armor, a couple of HP regen, and a decent amount of attack speed. So if they want to fight for runes, they definitely can do it and utilize it. But I mean, in Hon, Warbeast, you used to max that W, so you know why not use it in Dota as well.
I kind of look back at that too as an example. Yeah, it was. Now Dota's had that history. To be fair, it's not like that's just from Hon by any means, but
I know.
More recently, it has been much more of the summon build, and they pretty much pass up Howl until it's necessary, kind of style.
Yeah, maybe like cause I think because of the mana, like I think it is a low. But I think it's still like 40 or 50, and Lycan really struggles with mana. So kind of having it like spending a lot of points in it. You want to be using it like constantly to help your lanes, but I don't think you'll have the ability to constantly use it. So kind of using it for specific things. So, say for example, like the level 1 bounty runes could be useful because it's global. We could maybe see it, but kind of max it. I don't think we will, but maybe level 1. We'll see.
Anyways, throughout the game, later on he will have it, and with the change to the ability, I do think again the argument's there for it is a pretty strong one and one that's better. So looks like Ifrit crashing as we enter.
It'd be useful with Medusa as well. Synergize is great with all the heroes they're playing against. A lot of armor, a lot of attack speed, everything that Medusa wants.
Yeah,
very decent. Bueno crashio LOE. What does that mean, Breaky?
Something about crashing, I assume.
You'd expect it.
It's a similar word there. So, I grew up in Southern California, so you'd figure I would know more Spanish, but unfortunately, I was one of those kids that in high school that everyone else was taking Spanish, but I chose to take German. So.
Okay, so you were that weird kid, basically.
I was that kid that was a little off, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Still are.
Not as much nowadays, yeah.
Not as much.
But unfortunately didn't learn too much, so. You take Spanish, though?
No, I had a Spanish girlfriend, if that helps, but she just, was just yelling in Spanish most of the time at me, so I didn't really so much, but you've been enjoying the break, man. You've been on the road for the last couple of weeks, haven't you? It's pretty nice to get back and relax a little bit.
I was traveling there a little in February specifically for 3 weeks and event after event, so that was nice. But it's been nice to be back home, of course. But wouldn't mind getting back out there with some upcoming events. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man.
Some nice events to fill
on that grind.
Exactly.
On the grind. But the Wolves have been specced, sir. No W. Not today.
Yeah, no.
Good. It's good for scouting as well, the Wolves. But no, I can see it though. We might see it specced over the Ferro Impulse, but I do doubt it.
Somebody's playing Snake on the mini map.
Yeah, they're playing puzzles. Did some puzzles.
That's Prada right there on the Chen. That's fun. Yeah, they're gonna kill off the Wolf though. So no scouting for you, Mr. Lycan. Medusa's already set up mid, although she's got a ward, so wants to get that down. You have Lundred also here, but his Baron's actually all the way to the bottom. Good wait to see if he sees Medusa, perhaps.
30 seconds to
got their vision.
Looks like pretty standard lanes. Chen's gonna be bottom. Spirit's probably gonna just, and they're gonna have Pango and Shaman down bot. So move Lundred mid. So yeah, pretty. Lanes expected.
Yes.
I think Pango's on that list of heroes we're probably going to see some nerfs too with the lucky shot.
I think so. Yeah.
It seems so stupid strong sometimes.
It's annoying, man. Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. And I guess they did tone it down a little bit, 5%.
It was it. I mean, yeah, but also they nerfed it so it can't trigger off illusions. But the thing is, people, because I've played a bit of Pango, a lot of people were picking heroes like Shadow Demon as a counter, so they obviously used Lucky Shot against him, but now that's taken away, so you can't even use heroes like Shadow Demon to sort of counter Pango, because now you can't. And no, they did that so people would not buy Manta and Pango, but anyone above 2k was not really building Manta, I don't think, on Pango, to be honest. Not from what I saw anyway.
There are some interesting interactions with that hero too that I've noticed, where his Rolling Thunder, like Puck for example with the Dream Coil, he just
stops him.
He stays in
really
place.
Good.
So it looks hilarious.
It's really cool. It's a good little counter.
There are answers there. But Pango, you're at the bottom lane. Yano, I'm going to guess is the pronunciation. Silent J. He's trying to farm what he can. He's got some assistance with the Rasta, as mentioned. Troll, though. Seems like they're a little scared to go aggressive. I guess he has a lane pulled back somewhat, but Rasta's hunting Chen, too. Unable to find him. Chen leveling up Divine Favor level 1. This is something we see on the Chen builds lately. Don't worry about
it's been nerfed quite a lot, but it's still useful. It's still good. Still good.
Yeah, can even buff himself up and trade auto attacks if needed. Although Rasta is very good at trading. I mean, the damage that he puts out, 76 base damage.
I don't think he wants to trade too much, though. He's only got 2 tangos. He's saving up for a magic wand as well, or a magic stick, so they definitely want to trade with this Shaman when they have the opportunity to. Oh, nice deny. That's the one good thing about Shaman, like 76 base damage, as you said. It's huge for a support.
Bane's also pretty good at that. Not as high base damage, but with the brain sap. You see right there, trading a bit. Frank will be fine, but being annoyed by said Bane, but trying to farm what he can at the top lane. Lycan, though. Barrel Impulse now leveled up.
Yeah, that's done a nice job as well, blocking the pull camp twice. Really important when you're playing these offlane supports to make sure that the enemy team cannot have an easy pull, whereas Radiant got their pull off and Dire did not. So, nice play by Matthew.
What's our CS looking like middle lane? 7-5 Medusa versus a 4-5 Lundred. So slight advantage right now for Medusa, but
yeah,
not too bad.
I mean there's a lot of creeps for Lone Droid to take as well, but I think this is to be expected. I think when particularly gets level 5, I think that will start to favour the Lone Droid, particularly when Spirit stops showing top, because Medusa will have to play a lot more defensive when Lone Droid is level 5 with the Root Chance and an Earth Spirit rotation. Oh, nice sleep, actually.
Yeah, mid animation right there. Going to sleep him up, get some auto attacks in.
Oh.
He'll have to kick him away, and that should be the end of the pursuit. Unless Brain... Oh, God, he's like just out of range of Brain Sap. Wouldn't have killed him anyways. But yeah, that was some fun play right there. If he tries to roll away, just sleep him up.
Yeah, nice little play. But you're starting to sort of see this troll slowly run away with this lane, though. Like, and this is what we were talking about in the... Like, just the ability, and he's maxing the whirling axe as expected, and this Pango can't really come close to this lane without eating like a half HP of his mates. HP all just gone. And there's an Earth Spirit rotation as well, does catch the Shaman.
Bottom lane, Rasta in trouble. However, Pango doing what he can to slow them down. He's going to swashbuckle even, and eventually they just simply will turn around. They're not going to pursue further as the tower is there, so didn't even really need Pango in the end. But yeah, the rotation for Matthew, unable to connect. At least for now on the Earth Spirit. So they've turned it into a defensive trial lane, leaving Brewmaster by himself. We'll see if Xolotl rotates as well. For now, it's Bane doing the pole camp. We mentioned a couple of blocks earlier, but he's going to get this pulled off, though. At least pull the lane back. But perhaps it could see him moving out of the bottom, maybe after the 5-minute bounty rune spawn. Or perhaps for
it. There's Invis Shaman, actually. Like, I think he wants... I don't think to be doing something bottom, but with the numbers disadvantage, I don't think he can do anything with this Invis. And he actually was spotted for a second there on the sentry. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to be in trouble.
No, they know he's here, as if anything, like you're saying, but he tries to pick the courier even, but unable to get around to do so. So we'll just keep walking around for now. But yeah, I don't think anything really much is going to come out of this Invis rune for him. Go back to Troll, 24-12 now, so the free CS is definitely here for our Troll Warlord. For Thunder Predator, Attune, doing fantastic. 5-minute bounty runes are coming. Any clash to happen? It looks like we're going to play it pretty safe.
Brew might get the top one, actually. Yeah, he is. Oh, we might get sleep. No range. Oh, no range. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, there's a Shaman TP in there. He might be in trouble, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he's dead.
He's dead.
He's definitely dead. Or the Juke.
the Juke in another shack.
Yeah, alright, that was. I don't think that was worth it. I don't think it was worth it.
Look at Hector. He's holding off on his brain sap.
Sorry, he had better nerve than me. I was like, is he gonna yeah, that was not worth it, particularly for First Blood. It was not worth it, but it was a nice play, nice attempt. Here's the gank mid though, as expected. 5 minutes.
Gonna go. Esk, he's trying to run away. Nice block from Matthew, but here comes Pikachu as well as Hector. They're both in. Matthew, now it's his turn to run. The Savage Roar helping. Earth Spirit will make it out. No roots coming.
Needs a new bear. Bugged bear, man. No roots.
Just resummon. Yeah. Done with you. Not gonna happen. This is something we see a lot of these Chens do, though. He takes over the siege creep and then he divine favors it as they push the tower. It's ridiculous damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, they buffed that, didn't they? They buffed it for the non-hero. It's 3 times now.
Yeah, it was 3 times, but technically it's exactly the same damage.
It is the same damage? Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that's
right. But it's still really, really good though. You are right. But it's times 3, but obviously the damage, it's still the same damage as it was before.
Yeah,
times too. But yeah, but Chen, obviously Chen's going to keep this catapult for basically the whole game. Like I think nowadays, like the creeps you get from the jungle aren't even that strong outside of Alpha, maybe a Centaur stomp. But keeping this siege creep can be huge just in terms of the presence they have on the lane to take towers.
Takes over the Satyr for now. Got that regen RR kicking in. Shockwave ability. Top lane. Lycan's pushing though. He is level 6. Doesn't have the most mana to work with. He does have his helm on the Dominator, and obviously we see him doing his own Chen impression. Takes over the siege creep and pushing this tower, but guess who's here? It's Chen.
He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. Oh.
Take it for himself. Oh, he's not gonna take this one actually.
I think he wants to take the helm. I think he wants to take the other one.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Oh, he just took it right back. He just took it right.
There's the interaction I'm talking about, man. That's gonna be fun to watch. Although the cooldown for Chen's a lot shorter. So he's going to be able to do it soon. Oh, we're going to see a shapeshift. They're going in. The lockdown on Brewmaster with a shackle. Chen is here, providing that divine favor. Is it enough regen? Takes over the catapult as well. But the run at you strat from Like It is too strong in the end. This hero, level 6. It's hard to get away from him, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they spotted the Shaman actually. That's why I think the Brew was taken by surprise. But Lone Droid's diving the Deuce, but he does get another root actually, but I don't. Bane's tipping in, so yeah, Lone Droid has to back off. But
yeah, he's not too. Oh, we're going to see the bear build, by the way, right? That seems like the build that we see a lot of the Druids do lately.
Yeah, like from what I've seen, like all the top Lone Droid players, they're kind of actually rushing Madness actually bear, with like crazy attack speed. It looks like he's going to go Midas as well, but the Lone Droid kind of Mask of Madness Radiance is what I've been saying in like the top EU pubs, but whether it's kind of trickled down to North America as well, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what I've been seeing anyway. But he's going to go Midas to start with, and I don't see why it's that bad. Obviously, he's had a good start, but whether it's going to pay off. DD as well, and can he get a root is the question. Shackle,
but he's got the assistance.
Doesn't need it.
There are spirits there for the help. You mentioned the double damager in top lane. Brewmaster, okay, he's fine.
Dire's middle tower is
These catapults though, this Chen's still up here as well.
Yeah, it provides a divine favor. You just see every time that divine favor hits, it's just the chunk of damage tower takes.
Oh, it died though. One of them died. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea, like going Midas on. Like I know, kind of joke about how kind of strange Amon Bulldog is, but like I've been watching a lot of Bulldog when he plays Lone Droid, and he's very like he never goes Midas. Complete waste of time, particularly with the second nerf to it as well. 160 gold, like the kind of payoff is like 20 minutes, and it obviously delays your radiance or delays any other item as well. But he has chosen to go it here. But I think, and I do agree. I think honestly, I think Midas, like yes, it is good, obviously, but I think the kind of the opportunity cost with going Midas, obviously delaying your radiance by 20-15 minutes or so is not really worth it. But he's going to go here and he's still going to get the tower for it, so it's not going to make that much of a difference. But
yeah, it still feels like players are kind of feeling it out, if anything.
Yeah.
Again, when that second change happened, it did happen fairly recently, so
I think it's personal preference, really. Like, but yeah. I can see it. I can see it being useful, and I can see it being bad as well. But there's gonna be a fight for a 10-minute room. But bottom Shaman, no, it's not catch.
Yeah, it looked like there was for sure, but no, they just Lycan actually just backs off, and yeah, it ends up being a 2-for-2. No, 3-for-1 actually. Favorite Thunder Predator. So well played for them. Arcane Rune Rasta coming to the bottom lane, level 6 Pango, but look at Troll. He's just gonna TP to the top.
So
gonna farm over here. The rest of his team is pushing tier 1 top lane, so. Might do some tower trading here, but nice push.
Like again though, so it's kind of another kind of greedy build here from another player of Thunder Predator. We're going to see a Battle Fury from Pro War. This isn't necessarily bad alongside Midas as well, but it goes along the idea where it's like you're trying to delay the game, you're trying to obviously farm up, play a bit greedy, and playing against a Lycan, I don't know if it's going to pay off.
Bottom, they're going in. Their Spirit jumps in already. They'll lift up on a Lycan with the Primal split. Pika 2 going to hex something, but there's just too many things there. He ends up going down. Ifrit pops a shapeshift trying to run, and then a lift on him though, so he's completely out of this by Yano. He gets his Rolling Thunder off. Double clash on the Earth Spirit gets him taken out. Ifrit, he spawns his wolves though. He's coming back in. He wants a tower kill. They're going to pop fortification though, so Ifrit will have to respect it and back up for now. Hector, meanwhile, he's going to the left, so he's playing a distraction. Nice sleep takeoff from Chen. And is even going to brain sap to stay alive a little bit longer, so finally get the kill, but the tower is denied even. after all of
Mid
that.
lane as well, and like Medusa's pressure in mid. Yeah, like you know, I think actually that was okay for Xolotl. Like, yeah, they lost lane, but they still get the bottom tier 1, the whole Radiant jungle. So I think that, they desperately needed it.
Yeah, I know you see the casual javelin. Of course, this is a hero that can get away with this. Good synergy on him, but that mid tower, it is in deny range now. We'll see if they take advantage of that or if they try to use it as bait, perhaps. Gonna keep it up for the time being.
But yeah, just going quickly back to the item build again by Atun. Like, so we got Battle Fury building up on the Trollwater, the Midas on the Lone Droid as well. And I'm wondering if this is going to kind of almost backfire. Like if they're going to able to take these team fights, able to still play aggressive, then it's going to pay off. But whether Xolotl can punish their greed is another question. But Pango might be in trouble if he gets caught here.
Oh yeah.
Silence. Yeah, he is.
Although.
Oh. Fear.
The Savage Roar.
Like, you know, if they're making plays like this, even though they've gone greedy items, the problem is I think when they go these greedy items, do not make plays around the map. Like sometimes they want to fall kind of just farming, but instead they're making plays while still having these kind of, you know, late game greedy items, which I think is fine, honestly.
Yeah.
And like, you know, this Midas is going to pay off, this Battle Fury is going to pay off, but if they sort of sit back and let Xolotl dictate the game, that's when it's going to be a problem.
Hey, by the way, I meant to bring it up during the break, but your mic does cut out every now and then.
Oh, does it?
So I don't know if it's a sensitivity maybe you need to turn up or just make sure it's closer. It sounds like it's close to your mouth, so I don't know if it's that, but just heads up. I'll let you know if it keeps happening.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so Pango, again, goes down, but it did force a lot of rotation. Meanwhile, Medusa was farming up the jungle, and her net worth, well, she is top net worth, 6,800 right now. Feeling pretty good, 1,700 gold saved up, already has that Yasha. There's the Battle Fury, though. You're mentioning that. Troll Warlord has that with the phase boot, so Atun. He's doing what he does best, and he's farming away right now.
Yeah, I can understand why he's done it as well. Like, I think he wants Medusa, and like if he doesn't go Battle Fury, he's going to be able to sort of keep up the farm. It's just that obviously, you know, if they don't go the Midas, if they don't go the Battle Fury, perhaps they can kind of pressure and force a lot of objectives that will restrict Medusa's farm. But in this sense, it's more of a passive idea of how they're going to deal with the Medusa. But he's got it early enough though. Like 13-minute Battle Fury is very, very fast.
He's coming in with the smoke. Here we go, Matthew. The roster wards are down though. They catch Ifrit before he can shapeshift. The silence hits him. Oh no, he did get it off. Never mind. Thought he couldn't. He was able to activate it though, and he's going to run away. Magnetized ticking. However, Shadow Shaman was still hanging around. Yeah, not sure what Pikatu's plans were, but goes to die. Mission accomplished there. Thunderclap from Frank.
This ward actually that is just about to expire, I think, saw that Shaman sort of TPing behind woods. He thought he was going to be safe, but was spotted and is punished.
I could not make it out of there. Esk, though, he's still just doing his own thing, which is pretty good news usually for a team that has a Medusa. Farming away. Manta Style's going to be delivered now, and is actually going to go back for a Mask of Madness. Interesting. Usually you see that first, but...
Yeah, I think he just wants to have the silence aspect of the Manta, but punished though.
Speaking of silence, Pango's caught. Stonegaze though, and the swashbuckle away. They're going back in. Rolling Thunder. Stonegaze not going to stun anyone up for the time being, and does wear out, but Atun is hit by the double Rolling Thunder, sets up for the Fiend's Grip. Frank is coming in with the Thunderclap. That's not going to stop the Fiend's Grip, though. He goes down. Shen falls as well, and now Frank's in trouble here on the Brewmaster. The Radiant Courier also going down to add on insult to injury. They did pick off Pango. Can Brew make it out of here? He has another Thunderclap. Gonna pop it. Nope, gets slept up. The damage here, you know, will it be enough? I assume so. Yeah, the snake and then easy. The brain sap. So 3 for 1, easily favoring Xolotl. Ifrit, he goes back to farm. He has a level 2 Necronomicon, by the way. He doesn't even have brown boots, but it is Lycan after all. So
yeah, he doesn't need it, not yet anyway. He'll get Necro 3 and then go from there. But again, great fight though from Medusa. Like, really set, like the Bane was there to set up, and like running into Medusa with Stonegate. Risky, like you have to realize this troll, he's gone Battle Fury, just bare Battle Fury, like with a magic wand. Like he has 1,000 HP, like a few spells, and he dies instantly, as we saw there. And again, this is kind of why I was questioning the Battle Fury. That the Battle Fury rush, particularly in these sort of small engagements, can really, really hurt him. And dying there, particularly to the top net worth on Xotl's team, is very risky. We're going to have Mask of Madness now up from Medusa. It's obviously going to be playing very, very useful when he gets the Battle Fury, the Butterfly and the Satanic later on. So he's going to still farm very, very fast.
Battle Fury Medusa, let's go. Change the meta.
Such a troll.
Manta style delivered as mentioned. I was going to say, oh yeah, the timing of the Radiance, always good to keep an eye on that. And right now, Lone Druid 2,700 gold saved up, so he does have it queued up. We are going to see the Radiance. And thus, of course, the bear build. In fact, level 10 talent pretty much confirms that, 250 life. So that will be coming, and something that Xolotl having to deal with. It seems like it should be decent against a hero like Lycan specifically, but Medusa's not necessarily one that'll care too much, despite the Radiance being picked up. And I actually go back to the idea of something like a Diffusal on Troll Warlord. Going the Yashin, do you think that's a possibility still, or is that not going to
happen? I think it's a possibility, but I think obviously like he's going to need a BKB.
Dire are scanning.
Well, so it's yes, I think the Diffusal is a great arm against Medusa, but he also needs like the Yasha and the BKB. So if he does get it, it's going to be a lot later than what we expected. And this is again the kind of the problem with getting this Battle Fury. It obviously reduces the slots he can use for other items. So.
Yeah. You're cutting out a little bit again there. You might be the server. Let me actually change the server here real quick. See if that helps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I changed it to east. I don't know if that actually does anything.
Okay, we'll find out.
We'll find out soon enough.
We'll find out.
Anyways, bottom lane, Lycan, level 3 mentioned finished. He's going to lead the way down here. Does have Bane and Rasta backing him up. Rasta already having that Link Dagger with the Arcane Boots. So he is really ready, and just in case Lycan gets jumped. Not going to happen, though. Easy tier 2 tower push. And the 4-1 strategy continues really from Xolotl. They're not being slowed down yet. Thunder Predator. I mean, this is a massive army down here. It's just Brewmaster for now, so hopefully not going to go for it. They do scan out what's to be Pango in their jungle, but Thunder Predators, they're doing a lot of avoiding. They need the Radiance. Troll obviously farming with the Battle Fury. That's the game plan, but it does seem like Xolotl knows this, and that's why they're pushing so aggressively.
For sure, and I think Xolotl, the next move is going to be trying to catch, actually they're going to catch the Brewmaster down bot, and they are going to catch him actually. Whether they're going to push or go for Roche is the decision, but they're going to stay bot. They have all the creeps down bot, and they're going to pressure with wards as well actually.
Yeah, that's level 1 wards, right? Yeah, still level 1, but still plenty of damage. Now with the Necronomicon level 3, port in from Troll. Got Battle Trance. Brewmaster's up in 15 more seconds. Does have a buyback if they really want to use it. Silence coming up. Nice Magnetize from Matthew to initiate. Chen is here as well. From the side, they do lose Rasta, and that will stall the push. Again, it really was a 4 versus 4 because Medusa was busy in the middle lane still, continuing to push that. So,
Bruce got a TP actually into this shrine. Might catch the Bane at least. He's TPing away. Can he get the stun? No stun, obviously. No rolling boulder, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I think it was decent though by Xolotl. They only got that tier 3 tower down, and I think the next objective they want to take is probably the tier 1 top, and then they can take Roche. And that's when they can start dictating this game. And before, if they can kind of find this timing before BKB on Troll, it would be huge because there's a lot of magic damage coming out from the side of Xolotl that Troll needs this BKB for.
Radiance recipe almost here. 1230 gold saved up, so a couple more creep kills, and we'll be seeing it on the Lone Druid. So by the time another fight breaks out, obviously going to have it. Bounty Room control. It's going to be a 3-for-1, favoring Thunder Predator. Good job by the Lone Druid, making sure to control with the bear. And as a result, able to take 2 for himself. And there we go, the Radiance officially purchased. Where does Lycan go next? He is going to go AC. He went the Vlads as well. So yeah, he's going the heavy aura push build with the team. Look at this, Attune's now in the Roshan pit. He's got his team around him. They want to go for Roshan. They're going to get it quickly at this rate. Shapeshift is popped. They're running in. Yano, he's already going in. Silenced up though before he can Rolling Thunder. So Roshan still has plenty of life. They go for Pango, and Pango's just dead. He has a buyback. Not going to use it yet. There we go. Shapeshift, Lycan, he's going to be lifted up. We've seen that before. Brewmaster doing a great job of controlling him. Ifrit still running down. Attune gets a kill on Pikachu. And that Shapeshift wears off now. So Lycan's a lot less useful in this fight. And the Radiant team knows this. Yano, he's going to roll. Doesn't go into the pit. No one's in the pit currently, really. Just rolls on the outskirts. Thunder Predator just kiting around these ultimates. Now, they still have Stone Gaze. So Esk, as I say that, he's losing all the mana all of a sudden. And he's in trouble now. They go after him. They silence him up. He's pretty much out of mana at this time being. Bane, he's trying to pull a distraction. They'll go for him instead. And the beat down from Attune. So they do lose Bane. Rasta's coming up in a second. Esk, I go back to, he still has Stone Gaze. if they overcommit for this, but that Radiance burn continuing to tick throughout this. And now back into Roshan. Can they finish? Esk throws out the snake, harassing some damage. Is it even worth trying at this point, you gotta wonder. And
yeah, they can't contest. They need to be careful.
They're trying. The roster ward's going in. They want this. Penguin jumps in as well. Still a life left. The Stone Gate's popping tune. He wants to kill. He's trying so hard. Can he get the Aegis? Oh, Yano snatches it in front of him. The Aegis is going to be popped right away. But without an Aegis on Troll Warrior, Battle Trance also deactivated. He's going to end up falling after the fact. He's out for 50 seconds. Chen now, the lucky shot procs on him to slow him down enough. Pikachu jumping in front, doing some body blocking. Also gets a Hex up on Earth Spirit. There is a Shrine, but they don't care. That's not even going to be popped. They're going to lose Earth Spirit as well. So close. The clutch of the initiation into Roshan there at the absolute perfect second, it seemed like.
Oh yeah, that Aegis still was massive. If Troll gets that, they turn that fight easily. They had no Lycan ulti at the time, so they didn't really have any kind of presence outside of the Stone Gauge from Medusa, but instead he snatches it, the team fight changes, and now they're pushing high ground, so that one steal honestly changed that fight completely.
And then, yeah, they're just going to go for tier 3. Why would they stop? You got Lycan with that Necro level 3 leading the way, so Lone Drew going to send the Baron and do what he can. He does not have a resummon, so he needs to be careful about that Baron. It's up in 15 seconds, but that is going to be a tier 3 dead, and that'll be enough for Xolotl. They're not going to risk more. They have Shrines exposed now. Could eventually go for that. They're pinging it, and yeah, they can kill it quickly, so they might as well kill a Shrine on the way out. That's exactly what they did.
So won the fight though, looks like.
10 seconds for Stone Gaze. I don't know about this. Ask. He's going to be Savage Roared, so Stone Gaze still 5 more seconds. He's got plenty of survivability, though. The mana is being lost, though, and it will be out of mana. Currently, no, can he get the Stone Gaze out for the last second? No, he cannot. He gets done before, so it's not going to be happening yet, at least. No one dead so far. Aether Shot coming out. No kills from it, though. Puts the Magnetize up, so now Medusa's in a bad spot. She's forced to fight with the multi-shots just flying around. Esk, though, the Bear's going to run her down, and Medusa will be lost in the end. And now you see Hector as well. Double kill for the Lone Druid. The rest TP out, so it does work out for Thunder Predator as they catch the key target in Medusa.
Yeah, it's just this Brewmaster ulti, man. The Primal Spirit is doing so much work, throwing up Lycan and burning that mana, like as well, like with the dispel from Brew is huge actually, and it's causing, you know, they don't even get the Stone Gaze off, like, and what is massive as well is that every single time that Lycan pops his Necro units, Chen is taking over the melee creepers and he's using the mana burn onto Medusa, and it makes Medusa have no mana.
Okay.
It's huge, man. It's huge.
I was wondering what was really going on because it seemed like it was dropping so fast, but that makes so much sense.
Chen's really playing really well. He's done that twice now. He did it in that fight, did it in the Roche pit as well. He's always on top of it, which is really strange. Normally you don't really think Holy Persuasion is a good kind of mid-game to late-game kind of spell, but in this case it's really useful and it's really backfiring for this Lycan.
Yeah, it's almost one of those cases of Lycan's kind of backfiring for the sake of the team.
It is, like, Medusa, like, her mana is lost instantly because of that one steal from Chen. Yeah. Very big.
And Lycan himself, we saw it even in the Roshan fight where his shapeshift, they just kited around. They did a great job, and sure, it was a one fight at Roshan for Xolotl. And, I mean, not to overlook the big picture, they did still get tier 3 at the top lane, so even with the death on Medusa there, they are resetting now. They're going to get some bounty runes as we hit 25 minutes in, and we'll see about pushing once again. But Medusa, she queues up the BKB. It's safe to say she realizes, okay, yeah, I need one of these if I want to really stand my ground and make sure that I can get a good Stone Gaze off.
Exactly. Because I mean, if you look at her, like when her mana's gone, she's only got 1300 HP. So like she's really kind of squishy actually. Like I know she's got the evasion from the butterfly, but like she is very squishy. She needs that BKB just from like the trickle of magic damage from the Earth Spirit, from the Brewmaster, from the Radiance burn, like all these things, and probably more importantly, she needs to make sure she's not getting mana burned by Lycan's own Necro books as well. So yeah. The BKB is definitely needed. But I don't know. It's like she's still quite far away from fighting it. I think if Thunder Predator realised this, they should try and take a fight before this BKB is online from Medusa.
Yeah, it seems like about a 2-minute window or so that no doubt they have. They have the BKB on Troll. A full 10 seconds, good to go. But he's going to make his way bottom lane. Push that out for now. Lone Druid, keep the eye on the progress there. He's got an AC coming along. I haven't been seeing a lot of Lone Druids, but I know he's been picked up a bit in this Bear Bill, but I assume Ags is still a thing eventually on this hero?
Yeah. I mean, like very late game though. I think like when you play Lone Droid, you want to try and find. Oh, top lane, Pango.
Oh,
Gets
they
caught.
did catch Pango.
Dies. This team is coming in, actually. They might want to fight this.
Yeah, I saw them TPing in. That's what they're coming for, but they get here late. However, will they still commit? Ifrit, shapeshift, pops the wolves. He is going in. There's the takeover again. Chen's on point with it. Takes that brawler, and it's going to die. He takes out the other Necronomicon unit, and that'll be the end of it. So,
oh, if he survives it, oh my god, this Chen man, like, honestly, like normally I see Chen's obviously having a big impact in the laning phase, but like come mid game, they're normally just walking creeps and kind of buff bots. But this Chen man is really impressing me. Prowler is really playing really well.
Bottom tower has fallen.
hey, you first pick this hero, you better make sure somebody's comfortable playing it, and he absolutely is.
Dire's bottom tower
Making the
is
most
under
of it.
attack.
Esk, mentioned the BKBs, 2,400 gold saved up, so it's going to look to have it soon, but soon may not be soon enough. Thunder Predator, they're smoking and they're heading right towards the bottom lane. They may run right into this Medusa if it all lines up.
Ooh.
This melee creep, what the hell?
I don't know, but they see this ancient as being taken though. They know someone's here.
Yeah. She just got
They
rid
don't know
over
which
there.
one though.
Get her! Okay, there's a thunderclap. Here's the initiation. Pops the stone, gets immediately is going to be lifted up by the Brewmaster. Of course, TP's coming in. There's a shrine here as well, so it could be dangerous. Yano, again, going to be stunned before he can roll his thunder, and the pause.
Good.
Awkward. Who's not
The
here?
Shaman has a TP though.
Okay, yeah, Rasta is at the top lane. So, yeah, this, okay, well, we can take a look what is going on. Bane and Lycan are coming.
Lycan no ulti though, and Bane no ulti as well. I think this could be a good fight for Thunder.
Was the shrine popped already? Not yet, but yeah, well, maybe they can make it to the shrine. I wonder if she's going to run towards the shrine to pop it, or they're going to back off. We'll see. Goes, the silence is up. Again, Janos, he could knock it out the Rolling Thunder. He's locked down, the Magnetized ticking around it too, and pops his BKB. Pango goes over the ledge, pops the Rolling Thunder, might die in it though. The lift again on Medusa. No, Pango does survive. He had to roll out, however. The shrine finally going to be popped, but Esk with no Stone Gaze to support Ifrit. He kind of runs in shapeshift in 3 more seconds. Medusa is taking this quite well, actually. And there's that shapeshift, so they are ready to fight. The whirling axis from Atun as he's running. The army's after him, though. Frank's going to be picked off. Ark going to be picked up by Ifrit right in front of him. Not that it would have really mattered. He gets it for himself. They lose the troll. They lose Chen. And it is an absolute disaster for Thunder Predator. The other two will get away, but great turn for Xolotl.
Definitely, that shrine was huge. Actually, it allowed Medusa just sort of stand there and tank everything basically. But one small play that you might have missed actually is that Pango was so close to dying. Actually, he was being mid-rolled actually on by the Earth Spirit, but Bane actually slept Pango, gave him that 1 second of vulnerability, and Pango lived with 20 HP with a magic stick charge, which actually was very huge. And as a result, they're gonna take Rax top lane from a fighter from their own shrine to Rax top now. Very quick response from Xolotl.
Yeah, the swings are real this game. The net worth graph even definitely shows that as well. And you mentioned the racks going down at the top lane, the melee rack specifically. So Xolotl back to be in their favor. Definitely a game where you never can really feel too confident either way. But it is a BKB now on Medusa, and she is still the highest level in the game.
Yeah, huge now as well, because before they were able to burst her down, but with the BKB now, she was not going to be able to be bursted down.
That bear has an AC now, by the way. It's in the front. Going to be slept up for what seems like a century. There's the takeover of the Centaur, and there's the Savage Roar. Of course, she goes backwards, though. Not going to really help their case there. Centaur stomp, but you can tell Xolotl wants to fight. They're like, please, jump into the Stone Gaze. See what happens. They're locking on the bear, by the way, and he does have a resummon. Worst case, Howl going to be popped. They're running after it. Medusa cuts it off and gets the bear kill. And they might kill Lundred. Lundred's just dead. He's out for 65 seconds. No buyback.
Man, they committed to sort of defend that bear so much. Even though they had a summon from that Lone Droid, that was not the decision. Like, you can't be giving up a death on Lone Droid without buyback just to save your Spirit Breath. It's just not worth it. Now they're going to lose mid. They're going to pressure high ground, and I don't think Thunder Predator can fight without a Radiance Lone Droid. But they're going to play it safe. They don't know Lone Droid does not have buyback, so they're going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I go back to the idea of the Ags as well. But at that point, too, again, yeah, you got to just let the bear die.
Yeah, I think the problem with Ags is that it costs so much for almost so little in that respect. It's like 4,000 gold, really, which, yes, it's good. but it's only good if you have a lot of items. And Lone Druid does not have a lot of items now. Like, he has Radiance, he has AC. Like, if he has Ags now, like maybe, but you know, having Ags and just Radiance is too weak. You know, Ags is one of those items you get like later on because you've got lots of items on the bear.
Oh, it's going to build an MKB next. At least that's the idea. So that will be another nice damage amp. Of course, an answer to the Butterfly on Medusa, but now you have to answer this Aegis that the Medusa now has as well. And we all know once she gets 25 how the game really gets in a troublesome spot against Medusa. That 1,000 mana, thank you very much.
Radiant's bottom shrine
Takes
is under
up quite
attack.
a bit. How's Lycan doing as well? I mentioned the AC. Something must be delivering? Oh, is that still what he has? Okay.
Radiant's
I don't
bottom
think he.
shrine
Yeah, I don't
has
think he had
fallen.
AC like completed. I don't know. I think he got Vlads as well. I don't know if I don't think he started with
He
Vlads. I
had the
think
Vlads earlier, but I think
Okay,
the AC
okay.
was like just finished recently then. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
I
more
mean,
sense.
also you got to realize though, is like, you know, Lycan is not farming. It's just the Medusa basically. Like look at the net worth difference. Like Medusa is like this massive vacuum that just sucks up lots and lots of farm. Not allowed by anyone else. But I'm pretty sure that they'll siege with this Medusa. Like, she has Aegis. She's not going to be able to be bursted down from full to nothing. So they're going to just sit behind Medusa.
She does have the Eye of Scotty queued up. Could you see a world where she actually gets the attack modifier talent?
It's useful, particularly for the lifesteal. But 1,000 mana is great as well. Like, they're both actually very, very good talents. I think it's difficult because there's quite a few units as well that the split slot modifier could be useful for. But 1,000 mana is like almost double the EHP for Medusa. It depends on if the game goes late enough, I think the split shot modifier is actually better. But if they want to end early, I think the 1,000 mana will be more useful.
Yeah, with the way they're pushing right here, I would think 1,000 mana as well, but we'll see. Well, Medusa decides when she gets to that point, if she gets to that point. Who knows? This could be the final push. The Thunder Predator is unable to stop it.
Radiant's bottom tower
They're going to try their best. The tier 3 goes down. The roster ward's in place, though. They get the sheep up on the Spirit Bear. Hunter does have a resummon. Unable to do enough damage, though, for follow-up. Medusa's just going to tank it, of course. They even shackle it up. Frank goes in with the Primal Split, so here we go. He's committing really deep for the Shadow Shaman. Matthew also went in. Didn't get off much, though. They did get a BKB out of Medusa. It's already a bit of a victory for Thunder Predator here. They're still going in, though. The Spirit Bearer again locked down, and there's the death. So he has the resummon. He uses it immediately, but the Rax, as soon as Lycan joins the party, yeah, things just get shredded in that fight. Now the Bear has to be really careful, though. He does not ever resummon. He will send it in, going after Ifrit. Shapeshift has worn off, of course. They roll in. They're doing everything they can with the Rolling Thunder coming out from Pango. And the Feed's blocking the troll. He can't move a damn place, even though with the BKB, the Hector is being beat down, but he's still got the Feed's being channeled. It's just being nearly 10 seconds, it feels like. Finally gets out of it, though. And now he's running after Ifrit. The cheese is eaten. However, he still takes some good damage. Spawns some more wolves. Now turning on him, perhaps. A tune, though. He's going in still. Battle transfer is off, however. Now he turns around himself, going back over the rolling axe as they catch Medusa. Medusa with the Aegis. You almost don't want to kill her here, it feels like, but they are. And she's back to full life, full mana. Crimson Guard popped. She is going to be coming up now. There's the kill on Bane. Stone Gaze was used earlier on cooldown plenty. So she's got the multi-shot still working. However, the mana's gone and she's dead. So the kill does pay off in the end. They kill her once again, even with all the support around. And now Pango just has to play the getaway game. He's going to swashbuckle and do everything else. Another swashbuckle in 2 seconds, using the shield crash. The chase of the rolling, but no, will not hit. However, Yano, the TP, there's another rolling boulder. And it does connect this time. So they chase him out. They did lose the bottom racks, but the Thunder Predator very pleased with this outcome. And now they're just going to go right to the dire base.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and force a buyback from Medusa and then back off
Dire's
because of it.
middle tower is under attack.
We'll see. There is no split from Brew, so they need to be careful not to overcommit. There's the buyback from Medusa. Now what do they do? But they're going to get catched, actually. Shaman's going to catch the Brew. Ooh, he should be fine. Lycan did ulti, actually. Can he catch anyone is the question.
Pops out, going in, Attune. He should be good. Yet can't stop him. Frank's just going to, yeah, they're just all TPing without,
Mission
oh, they
impossible.
catch the Earth Spirit. Right,
Mission Impossible failed. They get one. Lycan, Roshan is up in a while, so they can't do it, they can't capitalize.
No. I gotta say, this Lycan's underwhelming in this game. Yeah. Ifrit's having trouble.
Yeah, like when he's attacking towers and structures, they like melt. But outside of that, they're really struggling. I think the radiance is causing a lot of issues. You have to realize as well, it's like 17% on everything. So all of his wolves, all of his necro units, even on his helmet dominator creep as well. It's like if you're having a big infect, like I really don't think he's doing that much damage. Like when Medusa doesn't have stone gaze, when he doesn't have BKB, like the team fight feels really flat. And I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a lot of work from this Pango either. It feels honestly like it's the Dusa and all of the Dusa. I haven't seen any decent rolling thunders, any decent swashbuckles with a lucky shot. We saw a nice Bane ulti down bottom, but if Medusa's not like carrying this team fight, it's very very weak. But they do have the 2 Rex advantage. The next Roshan will be absolutely critical. If they can take that, they can force the structures, whether they win the team fight or not, and just take the advantage from mega creeps. So definitely expect them perhaps to sort of play a bit more safe, kind of try and ward up, and wait for the smoke play when Roche is up in about 2.5 minutes.
Speaking of smoke, Thunder Predator's got one going in the mid lane. 4 heroes. Earth Spirit's not with them. They're gonna find Medusa. Oh no. They don't have a jump, though. They didn't really see her enough. The vision lacking. Got the ward down late, so Medusa is good for now, although now they see her middle. They're pinging. They want to chase. Already popped the Manta. Matthew, can he get close enough? The BKB committed in the back lines, meanwhile, from Brewmaster. BKB TP, though, from Medusa. Okay.
Is that going to force Thunder? No, I think it's not enough of a kind of a force to warrant to go high ground just because Medusa used BKB. It's not worth it. So they're gonna just sit back and relax.
It is worth mentioning, going back to Pango here, the item build that he did go for. I mentioned the casual javelin, of course, but it does decide to go much more this utility style, the support utility of the full Guardian Greaves or the Crimson Guard picked up, rather than perhaps some damage that he could be putting out. But in this game, in hindsight, I wouldn't expect it differently, but again, he is more about just these auras here.
Yeah, I think like the Crimson and the Guardian Greaves can be really useful against a lot of the physical presence from Lone Droid and Troll. So I definitely don't think it's that bad. I think it's fun. Scarlet now on Medusa as well, so she's definitely tanking up, and she's closing on that 25. And I don't know. I think the next fight is going to be so crucial that I think maybe the 1,000 mana will be useful, but the split shot modifier now with Scardy active as well as the Morbid Mask, the split shot modifier could be really useful as well. But there is a smoke coming in from Thunder Predator again.
Well, they're right down the mid lane. He pushes it out with the Mystic Snake.
Brew's not there though, but neither is Shaman. Keep that in mind.
Shaman could get here sooner though.
Oh, second gen. Yes, with Brew. They found Medusa. They see her, actually. Yeah. They have a ward on her.
It's going to run at her. Pops a Manta in the BKB right away. Pops Stone Case as well. So just going to go for the TP play. Stone's up, and Esk will get out. The rest of the teammates.
Shaman mid. With wards.
Going with the Rasta wards. Yeah. TP. Oh, TP's going to be canceled. Lone Druid.
Cancelled.
He got canceled. So now Rasta doing the damage that he can, trying to cut down the creep wave. There's another TP coming in from the bear. Yeah, Matthew also joining the party, so they're going to catch Rasta. The Fear will stop him as well. They do get the kill. Back to the mid lane. Yano is caught. Rolling Thunder canceled there. Frank unable to be enough of a threat, so Pango, he gets away with the swashbuckle. Yeah, good heads up from Rasta.
I mean, he does die, and he has buyback, so I think that's definitely worth it. So even if Thunder Predator want to try and force something, Shaman can always still be there with the fight. So now it's just, Rex are exposed, and you have Lycan, and you have Shaman, so there's always a possibility to get split pushed in this game, whether it goes late or not.
Summon of the Spirit Bear is on cooldown currently, although he did just finish the MKB for the Spirit Bear. So this bear is starting to become a serious threat himself, as long as Lone Druid's nearby, of course. That tether range. There is the 25 Medusa, though, and she does go the 1,000 mana. So making an argument for both, but
I think both are good. But I think honestly, the next team fight is going to be the game deciding one anyway. So I don't think it's going to last. This game's going to last too much longer outside of the next team fight and that 1,000 mana. I mean, look at her. She's an absolute beast. 2.7k mana, along with 2.2k HP as well. And she's going to be difficult to take down. I think they're almost going to have to try and kill the rest of her team first and then bring her down. Because she doesn't do... I mean, she does all right damage, but I think they can definitely kill the rest of her team and then focus Medusa. Because right now, I think killing her straight up is going to be too difficult with BKB.
There's the smoke play from Xolotl. Roshan is up. They know this. Both teams aware, in fact. The Wolves scouting as well. The Master will find that out. Don't want to overcommit, though. You see both sides sitting on their side. And bottom lane, you have the Lone Druid there with the Bear, at least with the Radiance Burn, able to push it out. So he'll keep that from being pushed in and forcing them to retreat. That's the one way Xolotl maybe could have snuck in. Instead, they'll just have to play the farm game for now and continue to sit back. So it's going to be a very patient game. It's overall somewhat been that, only 17-17 at now 41 minutes. I mean, this is anyone's game. It's 1,000 net worth lead for Xolotl. They do have the Rax advantage, of course, but Thunder Predator definitely the possibility is there of winning a fight.
Yeah, I mean, also keep in mind as well, like, there's no buyback for Medusa for a minute and a half left as well. So I think maybe Xolotl are going to try and do the smart thing and wait for that buyback to come back online, because if they take a fight, lose it, they can easily lose their racks. You know, lose their whole base in 90 seconds with Troll and Lone Druid as well. So I think Xolotl are doing the right thing, trying to keep lanes pushed out, waiting for this buyback from Medusa. And obviously, they know Roche is alive. They have the Wolf in it, so they don't need to rush things just yet. So.
Shadow Shaman, he might be in trouble here. Yep, he is in trouble. He is dead trouble, in fact. So easy kill for the Radiant side, but we're going to see more and more of this. Obviously, we already saw what he did earlier on. He is building a refresher as well. He's already got the Axe with the Blink. So if he manages to get a refresher, he'll be able to just kind of go in, drop 2 wards, and be like, all right, make a decision now, Thunder Predator. What do you want to do? So that's a pretty significant item purchase if Rasta is able to get there, as double damage and arcane on Medusa. That's insane. Yeah, you don't want to fight her right now.
Yeah, but she's going to force a reaction, though. She can't be sitting in this pit by herself. You know, Thunder Predator did not have any vision here. They don't know what's... No, they do. Spirit is still bottom. Shaman buys back.
There we go. Like you said, though, it feels so hard to fight into this Medusa. Even with just the double damage, it's threatening. Rasta wards are down. They are committed on Xolotl's side. Radiant doesn't want to give it up, though. Hex on the Spirit Bear here. Spirit Bear just melts. He has a resummon. Use it immediately, but Roshan's just dead. They didn't even stand a chance there. Lycan's trapped, by the way. All right, he gets out.
Wow. Just that one DD, man, changes that Roche fight completely. Like, it dies so... Like, the bear tries to come in because they have no vision of the pit, and it instantly melts with Lycan and Medusa hitting it so quickly. And now Thunder Predator are really on the back foot. They thought that perhaps they had an advantage with killing their Shaman, but Shaman buys back. Thunder Predator don't have any vision in the pit. They can't run into it with Medusa with Stone Gaze, so they're forced to concede it. But they're going to try and make a smoke plan. I think this is the right decision. Try and catch them off guard. If Xolotl get into their base, they're going to lose racks, so they have to take a fight outside their base. Good decision. Will it pay off?
They're smoked. They're wrapping around. Going to try to catch them off guard, and they might just do that. Rasta specifically and Bane. That would be a great start. Rasta, he gets jumped, but the lockdown not really there. He gets stunned up. He gets forced out, though. Crimson Guard coming out as well. They're going to sleep him, though, with Bane support. And the Feast can block down Troll this whole time. He's not going to be able to move for a good 5 more seconds. Chen, meanwhile, goes down, but he buys back immediately. Pops the hand of God over here. Lycan, he's being completely trapped in place by 2 heroes. Is able to eat the cheese, though, and now run at that Earth Spirit. Troll was picked off, though, back here. The Stone Gaze working. And now Frank, he's just going to run away as the Fire Brewling comes back together.
Oh, Lycan's still chasing, though. He's fast. Is he fast enough? TP? Sleep. Oh, yes. This Bane, man. He had 2 big sleeps to save the Shaman, actually, when he was getting initiated. And gets another sleep there to sort of set up the kill on Brew, who has no buyback, by the way. And man, that Bane was great. I mean, I like the idea for Thunder Predator. Realizing, look, kill Shaman has no buyback, then we can focus on everyone else. But Bane had 2 great sleeps, honestly, on the Shaman, keeping him alive for so long. He didn't even die, the Shaman, in that fight. No. And now he can place the wards, and these base are going to die, whether they like it or not.
Fiend's Grip into a Stone Gaze. I mean, this Troll Warlord BKB is doing nothing for him. When you look at it from that perspective, it literally is doing nothing. So he buys back right here, but that will be enough to scare off Xolotl. Not going to overcommit, but they have Refresher Shard now. Or did they? Yeah, I thought I saw it. Yeah, Shadow Shaman does still have it, and he's building that Refresher Orb even. Wouldn't that be something? Able to get triple ward off eventually. At their final push, but just a taste of things to come. Lycan's going to have a BKB soon as well. He's got 5,600 gold saved up, so he might right-click that soon.
Yeah, they're in no rush. They just went in and pick up the bounty runes, waiting for the stone gaze to come back off cooldown, and it is, and now they can kind of siege high ground. There's only 1 Rax left, and Shaman does have wards if he wants to use that refresher. So, or they could just wait for another 6 seconds to make sure that he has double wards, and it might look like they're going to try and... They're going to look for the next rune, actually, the next power rune. It's only an invis top, but there is an illusion bot. Medusa might want to take that if she wants.
So Lone Druid's going the refresher. I don't know how I feel because so the idea with the Ags, I know I keep selling this item, but the idea of the Ags is that it allows you to split push very effectively is I think the biggest thing. As by the way, we got a fight breaking out apparently. Pikachu jumped in as they jumped him, so it's a bit of an awkward initiation. He's going to be pushed back. He is living a while though. Ifrit's now running over the shapes as they finally kill Rasta, but Yano's stuck on the cliff there. Eventually gets out despite the rolling thunder on the cliff. Frank. He's slowed down heavily. I think that's the last Brilling, actually. If they kill that, Brewmaster's just dead, and Hanagai going to help save him. He's barely alive to save with the slow as well. No, they run down Brewmaster, and he's out for 70. There's kind of 2 different fights happening. Meanwhile, over here, Lone Druid is able to TP away, but this bear is still taking plenty of damage. As Medusa's illusion's doing work. However, he lost the Rasta as well as Pango, and Ifrit, he's going to have to TP out. Luckily, they did not go the right direction. And he does make it out. So that was a very spread out fight. Multiple fights really happening. And that engagement there.
Yeah. I mean, I think they committed just so much for that Brewmaster is the problem. And because they had Lycan and Pango all going on for it, like, Shaman instantly dies in the back because of it. And I think Found the Predator are okay with it. That was a fight against Aegis Medusa, and they kind of still held their racks. So Found the Predator are going to be okay with that. They're going to have Brew back alive for the next fight with BKB now as well. So, and they've got Abyssal Blade with Troll as well, and he's not even level 25 yet. So there's still room for Found the Predator to grow. Whereas Xolotl are closing in on that kind of maximum weight and value at the moment.
So this is interesting. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm 100% confident I know how it works, but the level 25 talent for Troll, he decides to go Whirling Axes over the Battle Trance Dispelling. I know you can get out of the Stone effect. I guess I don't know about Fiend's Grip. Probably not Fiend's Grip, huh? Because it is a channel from Bane himself.
Yeah, it's just a basic dispel, so it's like, and I don't think there's anything decent. I think he could get out of the disarm from Pango, which I guess is useful, but I think that the Whirling Axis cooldown is very, very good. It's only 3 seconds now, so there's going to be a lot of missed charts, particularly on heroes like Medusa who do not have an MKB, which can be very, very useful. So. You pair that too also with his level 15, which is the extra damage as well from the Whirling Axis, so an extra bit of synergy with the reduction in cooldown as well from level 25. So, yeah, pretty nice. It was the right decision.
All right, so Lone Druid, I was mentioning this before that fight broke out. He actually does change his mind. He is going to go the Yags now. At least we'll see if he eventually commits to it. But he was queuing up Refresh earlier. But I was mentioning split push, you need the Yags. And with the way this game is playing out right now, I feel like they could really use that tool.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I never. When you mentioned Ags, I wasn't necessarily against it. It's just that I think he needed the items first before he could really utilize the Ags. Now he has obviously AC, he has the Radiance, he has the MKB, he has the BKB. The Ags can now be useful, and as you can see, they're grouping up as 5, and having the Lone Druid Bear, split pushing the other half of the map can be huge. But they need to defend their racks mid first before they can use the Ags.
Oh, there's one Rasta Ward's going down. Remember, he has a Refresher Shard as something's being held. That's the bear, actually. There's a second set, by the way. Frank, he is committed with a couple of his Brewlings, but okay, he's actually dead. He buys back, but no Primal Split, of course, in the midst of it. Earth Spirit's going to be locked out as well. They just blocked completely, and he goes down. Pango's lifted up. The stun's still working. That was funky, as Chen is hexed up as well, but no, Chen's going to survive. Did not want to overcommit for it, but they got the Mega Creeps. That's what they really came for. Through all that distraction, and Xolotl is now just simply going to retreat. No point to do it any further. Fall back, let the Mega Creeps do their work for at least now.
Yeah, and this is where you know, the importance of taking a team fight outside of your own base is so important, because if you remember the last team fight, they actually took it mid. They smoked mid, tried to catch Xolotl off guard, because when you allow Xolotl to sort of set up and then siege your base, they're going to chuck double wards down, and those racks are going to die regardless of whether you take the team fight or not. And so it's very important that Thunder Predator actually fight outside of base so that doesn't happen. Instead, they allowed Xolotl to come up and they lose their racks and they lose mega creeps for it, which isn't the worst thing. They've got Ags now or they're gonna have Ags on Lone Druid. They have the Battle Fury, so it's they can deal with these creep waves, but still, mega creeps is still difficult to deal with regardless.
8,000 net worth lead right now for Xolotl, but that really doesn't even mean anything at this point. The mega creeps is the big deal for them, and the fact that they haven't even lost any of their tier 3 towers yet. So this is getting to a point where it seems like it's not going to be impossible, but I guess that's one way to try to do it.
Yeah, they got to try something because they're not winning these team fights at the moment by themselves. So
I don't know if my graph is, but I assume it is because I don't see it, but I don't know if it's the same for you. Anyways, the win probability, if you have Dota Plus, it says 100% to 0 for me, favoring Xolotl.
It was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's no lines beforehand though, so something tells me it's bugged. But either way,
I think it is a little bit bugged.
Yeah,
maybe he can see the future, man. He can see the Gaben can see the future.
I've only seen one other 100% game before, and it actually, funny enough, that game it ended up diving. Well, they didn't lose, but it dove back to 70% because they ended up coming back. They still won in the end, but Esk, well, they're pinging him. Going to happen though. Instead of Spirit Bear going to be shackled up. Go for that. Matthew jumps in, cause chaos. Frank as well going to do his part. BKB, but the Fiend's Grip locks him down. He can't Primal Split because of that Glimmer Cape also on Hector, and they kill Brewmaster. 105 seconds. No Primal Split to deal with. He's just completely out of the fight. Chen, it's going to be the same story, although he has a buyback, which he'll use immediately. The Spirit Bear gets picked off. Lone Druid, he has another summon, but he's going to die himself. It looks like he gets it off at the last second, so he might fall, but at least the Spirit Bear is help BKB on top of that. Pango went down. He buys back immediately. Brewmaster's still the only one technically dead as a result of these buybacks. Stonegaze wears off, so the Radiant team able to avoid that for the most part, but now Troll, as he's hexed up, running back. Remember, he has a Divine Rapier. They know this. They're locking him down with the shackles. Here comes Medusa Lycan, and this should be it. Attune's going to fall. Rapier on the ground, and just leave it. You don't even want it. Let's just kill the Ancient. That's it. Xolotl takes game one. It was it could have gone either way for a while there, it felt like, but especially in the end. I mean, last 5 minutes or so, as Xolotl was able to push it in.
And I think, I don't mean to keep harping back on the Battle Fury or the Midas, but this is the kind of the problem they were put in. So because they go these kind of greedy items, they're forced to sort of sit back and farm. But the problem is do you really want to sit back and farm against a Medusa? Would it not be better if you went, say, Vlad's Yasha on the Troll, able to force team fights, or able to force objectives, get some control on the map? Instead, it felt they took a very passive approach, and in the end, they were punished for it. Like this Medusa, he had 2 deaths. I think both of those deaths were in team fights, and he had a free game. Ends it 5-2-13, and was the complete beast in the end, and wasn't able to be stopped when he had the opportunity to be stopped, which is earlier in the game. But nonetheless, so I'll take the lead in this series. 2-0. Oh, 1-0, sorry.
1-0. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. They stuck another one.
I can see the future as well. I'm Gaben.
I will say, man, how about Ifrit, by the way? I mentioned it didn't seem like his impact was necessarily there the greatest, but 10-0-11, I mean, it's hard to argue against that stat line. That's pretty impressive, actually. So well played by him in the end, and a good team effort, really, overall, for the side of Xolotl. But that's going to lead us into a break. Oh,
even Hector played really good. I was saying, the Bane played really good as well. A few team fights there. Really nice sleeps, really nice grips, actually, that I think honestly changed the team fights a lot. So props to him on the Bane.
Well, game 1 in the books. Xolotl's up 1-0. We'll see what happens in game number 2. Can Thunder Predator climb back, force a third game, or will Xolotl be able to close this out? You're tuning into the BTS Spring Cup on BreakyCPK, joined by Mini. Stay tuned, guys. We got game number 2 coming up next.